Amazing! So hello everyone, welcome to my review of the film Maleficent Mistress of Evil. My name is JM and this is Maskinan. This is a sequel from the movie Maleficent way back 2014, and this picks up around 5 years from where the story ended before. So before we go further, if you haven't done it yet, guys, just click the subscribe button below and the notification bell so you will be updated for more amazing content. Before we talk about this sequel, allow me to first give you some recap, insights about the first movie which was shown last 2014. Honestly, I really love the first film. I'm reminded of ABC's Once Upon a Time, how they were able to put some twists and turns to this fairy tale characters. This isn't just your shot-by-shot live adaptation remake of the classic tale. They were able to rewrite the story. They were able to put such an amazing twist to a classic story such as Sleeping Beauty. So 2014's Maleficent is a live-action adaptation of the classic story of Sleeping Beauty, but this time it was told in the perspective of the iconic villain Maleficent. You see, actually before there was this thought in my head that children should be forbidden to watch fairy tales because they have this misconception that love is as simply as this. True love is about just kissing this and kissing that. Oh, you haven't met this person, all you have to do is kiss. That when a handsome prince and a beautiful princess come together, that's already true love. But Maleficent broke that misconception that true love is not just an instant thing. It involves time, it involves process. The first installment somehow showed us that evil is not born, it is made. It showed us that love is a very, very powerful force, that it can darken even the brightest of souls, but it can also brighten even the darkest souls. You know what? There's so much going on around the world out there. We can hear stories of famine. You see, a lot of people are starving, but 2014's film Maleficent reminded us that yes, there are a lot of people out there who are fighting over a piece of bread, but there is also this painful cry that is sometimes or most of the time overlooked, that there are also people who are fighting, doing everything that they can. They're starving, but just even a small fraction of attention. There are also people who are so starving with just even for a small fraction of love. We saw from the first film that even villains long for a happy ending. So if you haven't watched the first film, I really encourage you to do so. Though watching the first film is not a requirement, even if you haven't watched the film, you will still be able to enjoy the second film. But it is really important that you watch the first film so that you will be able to see and realize how significant some of the choices Maleficent did in this second film. So much for the first film. Let us now move forward to the movie Maleficent Mistress of Evil. Alright, so Angelina Jolie is back for this sequel of Maleficent Mistress of Evil. What do I love about the movie? So first and foremost, the casting was so amazing. So I can say that Angelina Jolie was born to play Maleficent. I cannot imagine anyone else portraying the role Maleficent as regal, as amazing, as stunning as she did. She looks so good portraying the role. Every word that comes out from her mouth is breathtaking. She looks stunning. I believe Elle Fanning is perfect for the role Aurora, and Michelle Pfeiffer is also amazing for her role as Ingrid. You know what? I really hated Ingrid to the last fiber of my existence. That's how effective she is in playing her role as Ingrid. Angelina Jolie and Michelle Pfeiffer are really great in portraying their roles. I just wish they could have spent more screen time together. That would be amazing if they would have more scenes together. In this film, I realized that evil doesn't always look ugly. I remember in our country, there is this typecast that whenever someone is wearing some black leather jackets, they're usually the villains of the film. Whenever you see these people wearing black leather jackets, they are usually up to no good. So if that character is wearing such outfit, you can be sure that either that is the main antagonist of the story or he is one of the henchmen of the main villain. But in this movie, I saw that evil doesn't always look ugly. Sometimes evil is royal, sometimes evil is beautiful. It reminds us that we should not really judge people by how they look. Being a human being isn't just about looking human, but it is acting like human. It's not just about looking good in the outside. It is also imperative that we exert effort, that we should do something about what's inside. How we treat other people, how we treat other creatures. That is what really is important. Like what Ogmandino once said, I am not a human being, but a human becoming. It's all about transformation. It's the transformation from the inside. Sometimes the line between being human and the animal kingdom is very thin. So we have to be very, very careful so that we will not cross that line. Amazing. I love the computer-generated imagery. I love the world that they create, how they play with the colors, the creativity. It is so amazing. They created a whole new world. I don't want to spoil anything, but even with how they presented creatures like Maleficent, I really love how they created their world, the diversity. I love how they told the story of how these creatures adapted to change. I love how they depicted the diversity that stemmed out of what happened to them in the past. I love what they did with the first film. I love the way they gave us a surprising twist to a tale as old as time. But I can say that the story of the first film is quite stronger than this one. But it's a wonderful film. You know what? In this film, we can see that even villains really long for a happy ending. It's just that the heroes and the villain, sometimes they just want the same thing. They just have a different approach on getting things done. This film teaches us to find love in the midst of pain, that when life throws us iron, pain, anger, defeat, hatred, etc., let us just take it all in, but don't use it. This movie tells us that we are not defined by where we came from, but whom we love. It is our choice. In this film, Maleficent is confronted with a life-defining decision wherein she has to choose between Aurora, who belongs to the race that broke her and almost destroyed her, or between her own kind. So, regarding her choice, just watch the movie to find out. Alright, there you have it, guys. This is my review of the film Maleficent Mistress of Evil. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Just leave a comment. If I'm going to rate the film, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 stars. So it's an amazing film, guys. So if you haven't seen the movie Maleficent Mistress of Evil, I recommend you to see it. You can invite your friends, your family, or even if you are alone, you can still watch this alone, because actually I watched this film alone and I still had fun. I enjoyed watching the film. I think this film is not just for children, it's also for adults. The theme is somehow dark and heavy, violence, etc., etc. But it is a wonderful film for the family. I think you could spark a lot of conversations with your family after watching this film while walking out of the cinema or while having dinner or lunch. This is a good conversation starter. You can exchange a lot of ideas about what you have learned or what you have seen in the film. But if you've already watched this film, just please let me know what you think about the film in the comment section. Feel free to give your comments, your suggestions, or whatever. I would really appreciate to hear from you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Again, this is my review of the film Maleficent Mistress of Evil. My name is JM and this is Maskinano. And if you like what you saw today, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends. And make sure to hit the notification bell. My name is JM and this is Maskinano. Hi Crush! I love you 3000!
You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out.